that brilliant moment where John Leguizamo's character calls Vigo and he's like, you know, your son showed up here, blah, 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 whatever. And he's like, whose car was it? And he's like, John Wick's. And he's like, oh.
Oh, Christ.
that was so good because that's another way that they just sort of flip the genre on its head, right? Because
he's got his head in his fucking hands going, we're all gonna die, he's gonna burn us alive.
Exactly. It's like it was like this sort of like deflated, like, oh, like of all people, oh no.
And he's like a massive crime boss, and he's like, there's just not enough people. There's just not enough people to stop this one man.
Yeah, that was so great. So, all right, Carly, I think we're at that time now. I'm going to save my rating. I want you to give your rating because I already know your rating. Everybody's going to know your rating, right?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What you got? And tell us why.
I mean, obviously 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. It's obvious. Why? Why, Carly? Tell us why.
Just because John Wick is amazing. He's amazing. It's amazing. Everything about it amazing. And I hate Alfie Allen as well, but I don't hate him. I just hate him every time he's on the screen in John Wick because he stole his car and killed his dog.
I don't like him in anything I've seen him in. He always plays.
I think that's because of John Wick, though, you see. I think because he was in John Wick and he's the guy that killed the dog and stole the car, I think that he could do a film where he's like saving fucking orphans and we'd be like, no, you killed the dog, fuck off, not watching it.
Yeah, but no, I dislike him more from Game of Thrones than any, like, I couldn't stand him. But then of course they turn his character around and make him different, but I don't know. I don't really care for him in any, not that he's a bad actor or anything, but I guess they always just cast him with these disgusting roles.
Yeah.
Makes me just dislike him.
Plus, I watched it. I originally watched it because of Ian McShane, because I really like Lovejoy.
Oh, okay. Ian McShane, yeah.
Yeah. I will tweet him to get proper pronunciation. I'll do it.
All right. Well.
Yeah, so everything. Everything is fabulous. Everything is fabulous.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would give it, I'm going to give it a 9 gens.
Oh, see, I'm impressed because I thought you were just going to rate it like a 7 just because.
No, and the first time that I saw it, I wasn't very impressed with it. But I was going in just after, all the Taken movies and things like that. Like, I don't know, maybe it was like a little bit of a burnout or whatever it might have been. I don't know. Or maybe even my lack of care of Keanu Reeves' acting ability, whatever it might be. And again, like I said, I don't dislike Keanu Reeves. I just don't think he's the greatest actor in the world, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But he picks some great roles. He picks some great movies to be in, and he definitely has the charm, right? Like he's interesting to watch and play these, even if it's like something really bad, like what was that, Knock Knock, or that Eli Roth movie?
That weird, that weird little horror.
Even something like that, or he did that awesome like
was he in the Neon Demon? Did you ever watch that? Good Lord, what was that about?
Yeah, I didn't really care for that movie either.
I didn't know what was going on.
There's this really cool like sci-fi movie that he did a few years ago about like transferring consciousness or something. I can't really remember exactly what it was.
Was that with his family where he kept his family alive?
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, he picks some really cool, interesting roles, but he's just not like, his line deliveries take me out of it sometimes. But you know what? I can forgive that. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Listen, if you were trapped on a bomb, if you were trapped on a bloody bus with a bomb, right, and you couldn't go below 50 miles an hour and you were bloody running out of petrol, yeah, you would, take a pause. Yep.
Or if I was skydiving, chasing bank robbers, or, glitched out in the Matrix or whatever.
Exactly.
Or if I had computer chips in my brain and Johnny Mnemonic, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
He's building like a fucking catalog of
or if
crazy
you were time
films.
traveling. I mean,
right?
who doesn't take a or if you realise that you suddenly worked for the devil, I mean, who doesn't take a pause? If we're being honest.
Right. So he picked some amazing movies, and I got to give him credit for that. Like, and John Wick is one of those as well. It's one of those films that it shouldn't be as good as it is. It really has no business being as good as it is, but it is. They hit the right moments, they hit the right beats, and that starts with the script, and it carried over into the directing and the acting. Like, they surrounded him with good actors. They made him look good. He pulls it off in the action sense, even at his age. And it's like, it's a solid film. And I give it a 9 just because it's a tired genre. That's really the only reason why. I don't think that they had any missteps in the movie.